Hey everyone, it's Casey Nicole, and today I'm going to take you through a quick practice that's going to help to de-stress the mind and the body. So we're going to get ourselves into a specific shape. We're going to open up, especially through the spine and into the hips, so we can start to break up some tension within the body. We're going to focus on slowing the breath down, and then we'll move into a specific breathing or pranayama technique that will help to balance out the hemispheres of the brain, to relax the mind, and help the body to relax even deeper. We'll be in that shape for pretty much the entirety of the practice. And when we're done, we'll close it out together. That way you kind of know what to expect. 2 blocks we will for sure use. If you do not have a strap with a metal ring or some kind of attachment or closure, then you don't necessarily need this. This is just an add-on, an additional offering that you can have, but you don't have to, okay? You don't need this if it doesn't feel good for you. So I'm going to show you how we're going to use all the props together, and then we'll drop in, okay? So the posture we're going to do today is a supported fish pose. 1 block is going to support the head, and 1 block is going to support the back of your heart. When I say back of the heart, think the space directly along the back side. And we don't want it to push into our shoulder blades. We want it below the shoulder blades so that the shoulder blades are free and don't feel any tension or force or push. We just want enough support through that thoracic spine to let the heart melt open. So I would recommend playing with the placement of the blocks. The higher the block is behind the back of the heart, the more lift the heart gets away from the ground. Our hips are going to stay down, so think about the lift from your hips all the way up to your heart. I would recommend starting with the lower setting where the block is more flat and eventually lifting it up as your heart feels more open and ready. Unless you know your body, you feel really open in your upper back, then sure, maybe take it up to its mid setting. Now, the height of the block for your head is all dependent on how much opening we can get through the thoracic spine. So I'll kind of show you. As I come back, the block is going to support the back of my heart. It's not pushing into my shoulder blades. Now, to know exactly where I want the block from my head, maybe I'm having a hard time lowering my head without lifting my hips. Remember, the hips stay down. So if I'm having a hard time, I'm going to take my block to its higher setting so it feels more supported, okay? Maybe I'm able to open up a little bit more. Maybe the block can come at the same mid setting and support it more like a bench versus a ramp. The last setting might be lowering the head lower than the heart and then letting it spill all the way down, okay? Last option is, hey, I don't need that block from my head at all. My head can drop all the way back and down without too much tension, okay? We want to feel an opening, but we don't want to feel like there's too much tension on the body to where we can't even relax, okay? So that's up to you to figure out where that threshold is, okay? So set up your blocks appropriately for that, okay? Now, before we get into it, the legs are going to be in a butterfly position. Soles of the feet together, knees open up wide. Now, if this is too tense of a position for you, totally understand. You can always just cross the legs, bend the knees, or just straighten out the legs. All those options are great. If you can hold this shape, you can even bring blankets or pillows underneath your knees just to add a little extra support and lift, okay? Take those options, or we're going to use a strap with the attachment. Bring the attachment to whichever side is your dominant side. So for me, I'm right-handed, so it's easier for me to have it on my right side. Okay, if you're left-handed, have it on your left side, okay? All I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it around my sacrum, around my, not my lower back where it's curved, but right on the back of that pelvis. Okay, I'm going to take that long end and I'm going to wrap it around my hips and then underneath both of my feet, okay? It's not underneath my knees. It's right around the hips, goes over the tops of my thighs, wraps around the feet. Now the extra tail is going to end up on my right side. If you have metal rings, you're going to loop it through both and then out through one. If you have a buckle, that's easy. You just snap it together and adjust the tension. So once you have a little bit of a lock, we're going to tighten it up. So you can kind of maneuver it here and you can pull the feet in as close as you'd like. Now, I don't want you to have it so tight that you can't even move because we still have to recline back. And as you recline back, it's actually going to deepen a little bit more. So I want you to take it to maybe about 90%, 85, 90% of your depth. Now, if it slides, I just kind of loop it around or tie a little knot so it doesn't move. And then just make sure it's easy to undo, okay? Adjust it. And when you're ready, keep the hips down. You're going to assist yourself back, find the placement of that first block, adjust, and then let the head spill back. Once again, you're just finding that right positioning, all the right variables to help you feel open, supported, and then just allow yourself to melt into this shape. We're going to do a few breaths just to kind of clear away any stagnation or tension. And then once we're in that cleared space, we'll work into a specific breathing technique. So exhale, let all of your breath out. Take a slow breath in through the nose, fill up your belly. Draw the breath up into your ribs and into your chest. Feel your upper back pressing into the block. Hold it at the top. And then open up your mouth and let it all go with a deep sigh. Slow breath in through the nose. Fill up from the bottom to the top. Through the front side, through the back side, through the side body. Hold at the top of the breath. And then open up the mouth and let everything go. Let's do that again. Slow inhale. Gradually expanding in all directions from the bottom all the way up to the top. Holding here. And just open up the mouth and release. You can do that a couple more times if you'd like. But otherwise, just relax your breath here for a moment. And just begin to scan over your body. Notice where you feel tight, where you feel resistant, where there might be discomfort, tension. And just start to become more aware, more in tune with yourself. Noticing what your body needs or wants. How we can bring more comfort and ease in. Maybe that's making little micro adjustments in your body. Maybe that's offering more support, or maybe that's just staying right where you are. Notice any turbulence of your mind, any thoughts that might be weighing heavy over your mind, your body. Energy can be dense. It can also be really light and expansive. And depending on what we're experiencing, sometimes we just need to lift a little bit of that heaviness up. To feel more light, to feel more at ease, to feel more expansive and open. So we're going to help to settle any of that turbulent energy so we can feel more calm, more restful, and to be able to sink into a space and just be there, enjoying that release, that surrender. And at any point through this practice, if it feels too much, back off. If you need to take time or space for yourself, you can. If it starts to feel even mentally overwhelming, do what you need to accommodate yourself. We all move through stress in different ways, so listen to your own body. Otherwise, we're going to allow it to communicate with us and bring to the surface any of the stressors, any of the discomfort, any of the tension we're experiencing, so that we can move through it, or at least be able to identify and get to know it. We take it in steps. It doesn't have to be an immediate release. Sometimes it takes time to ease and soften in. So please be patient with yourself. We're going to come into alternate nostril breathing today, and I'll guide you through this. On your right hand, find your peace fingers. You're about to throw a peace sign. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple options. You can either bring the tips of those fingers to your forehead. I like to use this as an anchor point and just rest them there. Okay, and then you're going to open up the rest of the fingers and either rest your thumb at your right nostril and your ring finger at your left nostril. Okay, thumb at the right, ring finger at the left. You're not plugging the nose. You're just kind of hanging out here with the hands. Now the peace fingers can either stay at your forehead, or you can bend the fingers and keep your thumb and your ring finger on either side of your nose. But now your peace fingers are just more folded down. Okay, they can just rest there. If you prefer to anchor them to your forehead, keep them there. It's all about personal choice and what feels better for you. I'm going to keep them anchored. I like that. I feel it also stimulates that third eye point. But do as you feel called. Okay, let's exhale and let the breath all the way out. We're going to keep the breath in and out of the nose the whole way through. So let's take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Once you've reached the top of the breath, you're going to plug your right side with your thumb and exhale through the left side. Once it's empty, slow and steady through the left side, inhale, breathe back in. Once you've completed inhaling, now we're going to switch. Plug the left side, open up the right side, exhale through your right nostril now. Keep it open. Inhale back through that right side. Once you've reached the top of the inhale, switch sides. Open up the left, plug the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left side. And at the top of each inhale, you're just going to plug, switch sides, and exhale through the opposite side. Inhale through the right. Once you're at the top of the breath, now we switch, plug right, open up left, exhale through the left side. You're going to continue on your own, exhaling, and then inhaling through the same side. Each time you reach the top of breath in, then you're going to switch the plugging of the nose and exhale through the opposite side to repeat the same process. You're switching at the top of each inhale. Continue on your own and just feel your own pace. Naturally, you're going to start to deepen your breath. You're going to start to feel more relaxed and calm. And your breaths will probably naturally elongate on their own. Try not to rush, but be with the full extent of each inhale and exhale. Fully expansive in the lungs. And just feel your mind start to soften all the stressors, all the heaviness. You're just inviting more ease and softness, more surrender. Take at least 3 or 4 more rounds on your own. Once you complete your next exhale, gently let your right hand fall down away from your face. But as it falls, I want you to try to maintain breathing in one nostril and out through the other, just by visualizing where you want your breath to move. Even if it feels like you're not quite doing it, try. Try as best as you can to feel the breath move in one nostril and out through the other. In through that same side and out through the other side. Few more rounds, just visualizing the process. And on your next exhale, go ahead and relax any effort, any guidance of the breath, any force or control, and just let your breath become more natural and at ease. Notice that you probably feel a lot more relaxed, a lot more calm and restful. We're going to be in this shape a few more moments. Just allow yourself to fully enjoy. If the mind starts to take over or your energy starts to become more dense or heavy, I want you to come back to the breathing technique with or without the hand to help ease yourself back in to a little bit of stillness and calm. Do whatever you need to accommodate yourself and just be here. I'm going to stop talking here for a moment to just let you enjoy the stillness and silence and to experience presence in your practice. Notice how you feel in this moment. If you feel nice and relaxed and calm, just take deep breaths into the body and feel that calming sensation circulating through your body and mind. If you feel any heaviness or tension, maybe open up your mouth and let some of it go. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Now, if your body is really close to the ground, it might feel a little bit more work to press and lift yourself up and away. Okay, so please accommodate yourself how you need. If you're higher up, it's usually a little easier to lift up out of this position. We're going to slowly start to lift the head up and then walk up onto your elbows, taking a little bit of the weight off the blocks. And then one side at a time, we're going to press up onto the hands, lift ourselves up. You can now loosen up the strap if you have it. If you don't, it's pretty easy to release out of this position. Once you're able to unloop your feet, you can help to lift your knees. Try not to just activate your legs. They've been relaxed. So help to assist. You can stretch the legs out, shake them out, move them however you need. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, lift your spine, and let yourself round over all the way to the head. A full draping through the spine. And just feel the back of the heart, all that we opened up today. Feel that energy trickling and radiating through the body. Releasing anything that doesn't serve you by just opening up your mouth and letting it go on the exhales. When you're ready, come all the way up. You can remove the strap off your body. You can set the blocks off to the side, out of your way, and just find your way into a comfortable seat, spine up, hands joined together at your heart. And just take a moment, feel your breath moving up and down the body, in and out of the nose. And in this moment, just tap into that inner calm, that still. And regardless, if you're feeling stress and tension, anxiety, you feel a lot of that inner overwhelm, just open up your mouth and give some deep sighs to help move and process that information, letting some of that energy out. With the eyes closed, hands at heart, just set an intention to lead you through the rest of your day or night. And when you're ready, just gently blink open through your eyes. So I do want to say that when we are processing a lot of internal feelings, especially when it's stress, anxiety, overwhelm, it's not always just a one solution to that problem, right? Sometimes we need different approaches or different things. Sometimes stillness is what calls us. Sometimes movement is what calls us. Sometimes we want to sit with it, and sometimes we just need to, be distracted for a moment, go for a walk, do something more stimulating. So this can all change based on where we are with that stress as well. So if this was not it for you, that's okay. Continue to lean into different modalities and approaches to see what does fit your needs in this moment. This might resonate at different times. So I would love to hear how this experience was for you. Feel free to share in the comments or share with a friend. And I'm looking forward to practicing with you again soon. Thanks so much.